When you're trying to think of every way possible to keep Waluigi out of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of heart to keep the mustached menace out of your game. And Sakurai is no stranger to working hard and working long, and he put in a ton of time to Smash Bros. Ultimate, extra evidenced by the recent report that the dude was on an IV to finish the game.
Zach, I finally found someone that can relate to my hard work ethic. You know how I get down here on SwitchForce, right? I have an IV in me right now as we are recording this video. Zach is working me to death, guys, so I'm about to file a complaint. But
well, hey, the good news is that Sakurai does it on his own volition. He chooses to do this. Back in 2013, he talked about how his office hours are up to him. As long as he finishes the game, Nintendo is happy. And if we look back at the history of Sakurai, this man has always pushed through. He's persevered at a level that I don't think many humans are capable of. This guy has had incredible tendinitis. At one point, he said that even button mashing for 10 minutes would make his arms give out. He had ruptured muscles in his arms, and he still developed the games and delivered. But with Smash Bros. Ultimate, he retold an interesting story that he had food poisoning 1 or 2 times. He thinks that it was from food that got in contact with bad oysters. He says the food was thoroughly cooked though, so I don't know how I came down with the food poisoning, but regardless, he didn't take any time off. He just got an IV and headed to the office and didn't miss a day.
Zach, do you think that he put the IV in himself, or do you think someone helped him? How do you think that went?
Hey, this is a man who has said that he'd rather do things himself than have to explain them to others, so maybe. And on one level, it's admirable as all heck that assembling the roster and completing the game and getting it to be the perfect cartridge that we all have played now, it's so applause worthy, but at the same time, this dude needs someone to come in and say, please take it easy, please don't kill yourself making these games, please don't do it.
Yeah, he needs some time off, and I'm hoping that he's gonna take some as soon as the DLC. I know, when the DLC is done, dude, go take some time off, man.
I can't imagine being that dedicated to anything, and I don't know what that says about me as a person, but
I can. I'm doing it now.
Yeah, Gabe's on an IV of Reggie's secret snake oil, trying to keep himself going, like Sakurai here. Gabe, the best part of this all is that Sakurai was so just, I don't know if you want to say embarrassed, or he was so shocked by the fact that he got 3 days off in a row. December 22nd, December 23rd, December 24th. He took them all off, 3 in a row. The game was already out, and he still felt bad about taking consecutive days off. He said that when he takes days off, we're doing the DLC, and I'd make the staff wait for me.
Is this it's a Japanese thing, right? It has to be just a cultural difference, because in America, days off, we kind of, hey, we're not ashamed of it. Some of us love our days off. He seems so ashamed that he needed the days off, and he's no, team, I'm off, you're off. I need to be there to make sure everything's right. That has to be just a cultural thing, right?
I think it's
a Sakurai thing.
I think this man is committed at a level that we cannot comprehend. The dude was on an IV and headed to the office, and he didn't even take a break. He's got food poisoning and not a single day off. He's still there grinding out the roster, making sure all 74 are ready to go, making sure that insane World of Light has enough little spaces. I mean, goodness gracious, couldn't he have just left off a few spaces?
I'm super curious, dude. What does Sakurai's workday even look like?
I mean, he says that he writes the briefs for the day for the teams himself. He's always there.
But what's he doing? He's always there. But
everything, literally everything.
He's designing
out
everything.
The animations, designing. Yeah, he's thinking of new ideas.
He's motion capturing for Kirby.
He's also keeping Waluigi out of the game. Maybe that's why he's there. The whole team's come on, Sakurai, we gotta put Waluigi in. He's I will not let you put him in the game as a playable character. So help me God, I will be there every day, even when I'm vomiting and pooping and having insane stomach reactions to oyster contact. I will still be there. So you cannot get Waluigi. And it's interesting because as this is happening, Nintendo is kind of making a pitch to recruit young game developers and employees for 2020. They put out this really interesting pitch/graphic talking about how many employees they have and some of the facts and figures. And it's actually really impressive. Now, I don't know if Sakurai is a shining example of why you'd want to work at Nintendo or a shining example of what dedication to Nintendo does to you, but it's interesting to note that the average length of employment at Nintendo, Gabe, is 13 and a half years, which is insanely high for the game industry.
That is, hey, we know that's one of the dark spots that people don't really talk about gaming. Like, there's so much turnover, constant layoffs, like people lose their jobs and their livelihood, like left and right. Studios closing down, even when you do good, even when you make a ton of money, you're liable to get fired if you work for Activision. So yeah, it's such a volatile industry. And to see that Nintendo employees work on average for 13 years, that's really cool. And that means that whoever Nintendo is like paying, they know that if they do a good job, if they put the games out at the quality that, you know, Nintendo expects, their jobs are safe. And that's something that not a lot of other companies can say. So kudos to them on that.
Absolutely. I think it's really cool. It shows that not only are the employees that they have hardworking, but that the company clearly is giving back, and it clearly is a rewarding and fun environment. Not everybody has to come in on IVs. I really feel like Sakurai needs like a Bruce Arians, for a little NFL reference, to come in and say, like, if you do not go home and sleep or take it easy or just have a nap, you're going to be fired, because he needs someone to tell him, like, this is not okay. And clearly Nintendo does not do that. The average employee works 7 hours 45 minutes. The average salary is $80,000, which I guess I don't know a ton about video game salaries, but that seems pretty darn good to me. It's also interesting to note that the average age of a Nintendo employee is currently 38.6, so that's probably part of the reasons they are making this 2020 push, is to get a little bit younger.
Yeah, maybe you should go work for Nintendo.
I mean, I'm getting close to that average age, so I don't know how much help I'm going to do there, sadly.
Oh, no, you're still a ways off, man. You're crazy.
They have 2,271 employees, and hopefully they don't drop to 2,270. Sakurai, we need you to keep doing your stuff, whether you're contracting, whether you're working, whether you're building the next Smash Bros. Please keep yourself safe. Please keep it okay. I think working for Nintendo would kind of be a dream. Like, if I'm honest, and this is something that we don't really talk about, but like, once us as YouTubers are sent out to pasture, once we're pushed, out to the farm, and there are better cows to harvest and to push the plows and things, working for Nintendo would kind of be a sweet dream.
It would be. We have the experience. Hey, Nintendo, we know a thing or two about you guys, so hey, give us a shot.
Yeah, like 10 years down the line.
Yeah, no,
when I'm the average age of employment, I'll wait till then. Then I'll be good to go.
Perfect.
Yeah, so Gabe over here is on the IV. Sakurai over there was on the IV to finish Smash Bros. Let us know how you feel about Sakurai's insane dedication. I feel like we should all write him thank you cards for getting this great game to be realized. In the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Let us know your take in the comments down below. And for myself and Gabe, until next time, have a fantastic day. SwitchForce